Alright everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at how to make the Danger Zone 2.0 base. To give you an idea, the base was designed based on this idea right here. This is Danger Zone 1.0. I developed it more as a way to protect my doors from zombies. With the invention of the arrow slits, it let me create essentially kill zones right in front of my door. Well, that was great as long as the zombies were running at me from the front. So, if they came at me from any other side, that was useless. So, I designed Danger Zone 2.0. So, to create this base, the first thing you're going to do is lay down 4 blocks in a square, leaving a gap between each one. You're going to do that twice. Alright, so now what you got essentially is well, that was interesting. But now what you have is your kind of standard doorway. See, there's your doorway. So we will then build up, and I am... Now this is going to be kind of the short version. I recommend going 1 to 2 more blocks high. And actually... Oh, it's probably... Haha, it's because I'm flying. Never mind, that is the tall version. That's what, 4 blocks high? Yeah, okay, so this is the tall full-size version. And it just makes for a fairly comfortable, fairly spacey place to live. Now, I am using reinforced rebar, and you don't have to use this. This base works just fine if all you have to start with is wood. Matter of fact, I am actually using this base built with wood on one of my stream games. So now we have this, and we're just gonna fill it in. It's really hard to look at those frames like that and get an appreciation for kind of what we're doing. So we just kind of have the first kill zone box filled in, and here's our door frame. Zone box. And now let's come in here. We'll get the arrow slits that we put down. And we'll put the arrow slits in. Again, it is not necessary to build this straight out of concrete. It is a perfectly viable setup for people who want to build wood bases from the get-go. I generally tear the wood out before night 7 and replace it with cobble. But it does give you a good, safe place to survive your first night. Or your first couple nights while you're doing some exploring. So this is kind of the front of your base. Do I have any doors? No, so we're gonna... launcher. We don't need it in here. So you put the door in front of your two door pillars. And then on this one, we still have that little gap there. So go ahead and throw a block in there to seal that off. So now that we've done this, you know how to build the entire freaking Danger Zone base. All we're going to do is dirt. And we're just going to repeat the process over here. The only difference between this one and the first one we did was this one won't have a door in the inlet. Where the door is on the first one, you will just put arrow slits again. And again, that'll just let you that will let you shoot out. At anything that's trying to come at you from that direction. And one thing I will say, make sure that when you build these, when you're first doing it, build them catty corner to each other. That way, when the zombies are coming at you from this direction, you'll be able to shoot in two directions at them. And it looks like we may run into that giant hole that is a result of me screwing around with the rocket launcher. This is why I tend to waste all the rockets. There we go, we got some happy rebar. We'll call it happy rebar. I very much enjoy watching Bob Ross paint, so we'll just lay down some happy rebar here. That's one. And because we have that hole there, we're going to do this. Normally I would not build this on top of a giant hole. So let's see, we got that. That's all good. Now, if I built this right, when I do this, oops. So if I got this right, that in there, make a little floor there, add a little floor. All of this should make kind of a giant square, to be honest. It's really a boring base, but it's effective. So that's what the base looks like before I fill it in. While I'm up here, we'll go ahead and fill it in with concrete now. And once this is all done, it'll really start to, you really should be able to see the shape of it. And we'll actually fly up so you can really get a good look, really good overall view of it. And if you want to see this, see how this base works, me and a friend are actually running this on a multiplayer game. Though I did fuck it up a little bit. I'll admit that. But the idea still holds true, and all the important parts are there. And the great thing about this is, after you kind of, hey, I leveled up. After you kind of get going, and say you need more room, you'll be able to actually build on top of it. I'm not going to actually build a full tower here. But it does end up going and becoming a very nice tower. And you can probably even dig yourself underground if you wanted to go that direction instead. Alright, so now I think, let's get out of here. Am I all upgraded? Yep. Oh. So now we're all up, all of our bars. Almost. Missed one. All of our frames are upgraded. We'll go ahead and put in our arrow slits. So again, this right here is on your, where on your first set you had the door. So just go ahead and stick arrow slits in there. Again, these are the what I call the kill boxes. These are what allow you to get out, kind of get out and around the zombies without the zombies actually being able to get to you. And I'm waiting for the pimps to actually make these arrow slits frames instead of actual blocks. That way if I screw up placing them like I've done now twice, I can remove them and just replace them without having to break them, waste resources, all that fun jazz. It's also worth noting, I am not actually putting my normal trench in. You will want to trench. So now we'll fly up now that all that's put in, and you can see it's a very simple base. It's just what is that? 8 3x3 squares arranged in a larger square. And this is kind of what it will look like from the front side. So, and then, you know, you can always, and then what I will do to keep spiders off the top and from climbing. I know a lot of people like to use iron grates for this, but in the Alpha 15 experimental, iron grates are very expensive to build. So I've started to actually use just log spikes. Spider zombies are not a huge threat. They're not overly powerful. So some sort of log spike. In this case, you know, I'm using steel because this is creative mode, and I don't have to pay for the steel spikes. So it just makes my base look a little extra badass. So these things that I'm showing you here, just kind of some of the finishing touches I put on it to really try to bring out its functionality and efficiency. You don't have to. Where I do use iron bars is, again, right over the danger zones. That way I can walk over, if I want to, I can even walk up here and I can shoot down from the top. The idea behind this was to attempt to have an incredibly versatile base. So, and I will just real quickly, and we won't do it on that one because of that hole, but we'll come over here. And like right here, and you'll do this about, you want to do this about 3 blocks out from your base, in all directions. Just dig 1 layer down and throw down some iron spikes. Generally are your best bet, but for players early in the game, those are expensive. Reinforced wood spikes will be just as good for your first night. And then once that's done, I mean, if you have it, you can even throw in some of these fun lights. I prefer switched lights over torches. They just kind of, they have a little bit better illumination value. These ones themselves don't. But you can get some of the bigger ones, and they do have much better illumination values than torches. Damn it. And once I get these lights on here, I will actually set the day. I'll make it dark out and alright, so now we got all the lights on. Let's go ahead and actually turn them on. I've seen some Alpha 16 videos via the dev diaries, and I think we're going to be seeing a lot more done with electricity starting in Alpha 16 and beyond. So definitely tune in for some new base ideas based on what I've seen off that when it comes out. The pimps are saying possibly later this month. So I am really excited to see what's going to happen with that. And I'm hoping they don't delay those features release. Because things like the spinning blade trap that I seen looked pretty fucking awesome. Let's see, day 1, hour 1, minutes 00. So spawning into the night. That's kind of the reason I say if you can go ahead and use electric lights on the outside. It really does do a good job of illuminating, and I don't know how well it'll do on lower graphics machines, but as you can see, there are actually shadows from the cast iron in those lights. So, to give you an idea kind of what the illumination on some of the other ones looks like, we'll come in here. 3 lights are illuminating this entire room, and really, I guess I only had 2 turned on. 1 light will illuminate this. So, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found the base design simple, interesting, and effective. If you like the design and if you like the video, go ahead and hit subscribe. And keep watching for future videos, future base designs, and future ideas from 7 Days to Die. Have a great day.